So, Maya, I have a question. Who is your favorite first queen to go home?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with a fan favorite. I love Vanjie.
Oh my God,
I
not
love
Benji.
Vanjie.
She had fair opportunities. They don't count like that.
She count because had she not been the first one out, we wouldn't have the Vanjie we have today. So
You're right.
I got to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. I'm here with Maya. We're here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race episode 5 of season, what's this, 14? It's 14? It's 14, right?
yes,
Okay, season
Woo.
14. So I'm getting
Can't
loud.
keep up.
Some of the shows are in their teens, so I'm just like confused. But we're going to talk about Drag Race today. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, support the channel, and subscribe to the channel if not already, so you can get notifications. And as I just told Maya, we have these nice little mugs coming along.
Yes, come on, merch.
Right. We got a little merch. Maya don't have hers. I gotta go. I see her Sunday, so I'm giving her Sunday. But everybody else got a mail. Maya lives here, so it don't count like that. But Maya, how you doing today? I see you. First of all, you're actually in theme of the runway. I ain't. Y'all try to make up look good. How you doing today?
I'm great. Yes, I try to be in theme. A little
Yeah.
something light.
Mhm.
But I'm great. I'm so excited to be here as always.
You giving Bosco and I'm giving Carrie Colby a miss.
Oh.
But I put this together. Didn't even think about the whole runway until I saw you. I was like, shit, but too late. It don't even matter. But let's talk about this episode. It was a fairly good episode. The season's been really good thus far. And so we got some things to talk about. So last week, wait, who went home last week? Oh, last week was what's her name? What's her Alyssa? Is it
Hunter.
Alyssa Hunter? I'm gonna say Alyssa
Yeah.
Edwards.
Ooh.
Alyssa Hunter went home. There was a lot of controversy. We talked about it. Everyone talked about it, and people felt like Carrie should have went home. Personally, I
Yeah.
agree. I don't think she killed the lip sync, and I really feel like Alyssa had more to offer. But she did not. She had the Versace dress, and
Yeah.
whereas I don't think that's enough to stand on to keep her there. Maybe that was the deciding factor. I don't know. So this week we go into a new week.
Yeah.
She is the person to erase the lipstick off the mirror of Alyssa. And her whole thing is that she wants to she got to get ugly and get not afraid to be getting messy. She definitely got that in this episode. But in this episode, we are met with some very bad news, or for some people, if you're a fan of
Mhm.
her. But basically, Cornbread hurt herself apparently in the last challenge. She rolled her ankle, and she is leaving the competition basically. So they
Yeah.
don't know. They come in there the workroom and they're talking, and then they have to get this message from her. And I feel bad just because we've seen queens get hurt. We saw Eureka get hurt that one season.
Mhm.
Season was it 9, I believe, her
Yeah.
first season. And then we saw, like, if you watch UK, what's her name? What's her name? Miss Veronica something. Veronica something. She ended up getting
Mm.
COVID while she was filming or something like that. So yeah, a lot has happened, and so I felt bad for her, and I also felt bad for her because she had an ankle injury, which is something I had 6 months ago. So I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
I don't know what's going on in the world, but ankle injuries clearly must be a thing between her and the Real Housewives. And everybody's ankles just getting broke in mine. So, what's your
Yeah.
thoughts on Cornbread and just her leaving? And she left a message for Carrie, Willow, and who was the other person? Oh, and Jasmine Kennedy. So yeah, what's your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Now, and it's so funny. I actually knew she was going home. That's the one and only sport I knew about the season because I go to the bars. If you're in LA, I
Uh-huh.
be there. I be kicking it,
You do.
and
We both do
I
use it, but you be there more than
oh
me.
yeah, I was there last night, child. But they I met someone, I can't even remember his name now, and I hate that because he was so nice. Just kikiing with folks at a drag show, and that was the first time I actually saw Cornbread perform.
Mhm.
And he told me, he was like, yeah, like she goes home. And so I already knew it was coming. I didn't know how soon.
Let me ask you a question. Why you let me choose her for my top 4?
I didn't want to give it away.
You didn't want to spoil it.
I didn't want to spoil it because you said you weren't doing spoilers this season. So I was like,
nope, I did not. I did not do any spoilers. So I was very much so gagged. And surprisingly, this season has been really good about not spoiling much. I would say a lot of the Instagram pages, they give a disclaimer at the beginning. They wait till they post. It just seems to be like people have gotten on board with spoiling stuff in general. Because I didn't watch the episode until yesterday morning, which is Monday. So I was out of town. That's why we didn't do it on Saturday. But I was out of town, so I didn't have time to do it. But yeah, I was just surprised. So yeah, I was gagged that she went home, and I was kind of sad. But I was like, okay, you know what? She didn't seem to be too tough about it, and I like that she had a good, she was a good sport about it. And I think she'll probably get a chance to come back next season where she probably will slay better. Because honestly, although I picked her as one of my tops, as the episodes went on, she wasn't that far from being in the bottom. I feel like this episode she would have probably been in the bottom. I don't know.
Yeah, it was really sad, especially because I was not expecting her to go home that soon. I thought we were definitely going to get a lot more cornbread. But I really do hope that she comes back. I feel like Drag Race is really good about that. When a queen gets hurt, they usually bring them back. So, because that's out of their control.
Okay.
So, we'll see her again.
We shall. We can always go down to Mickey's and see her child. She lives here in LA.
She was performing last night.
Right. So, I mean, if you want to see Cornbread come to LA, I've seen her out before, but I haven't seen she's been on the show, so it'd be good to see her.
Yeah.
So then we get a mini challenge where basically there's the maxi challenges. We get split into groups. There's groups of 4, 4, and 3 because it's 11 queens. And I'm thinking like, okay, damn, ain't nobody gonna go home this episode because damn, she already gone. But we soon find out later that that's not true. I thought RuPaul was gonna be like, well, since she went home, we're gonna bring back so and so. And I was so glad she didn't. I was like, thank God, because we don't want this season to be 50 episodes like the last one. It's not long enough. So they have this little humping challenge where they have to hump the pit crew and bust the balloons to reveal the colors, and it was a cute little thing to do, especially for watching game. But the most funniest moment to me was when Maddie had to hump because he's a cisgender individual,
right? Straight man.
So I was like, but I mean, he should know how to hump. I guess that probably wasn't his preference to hump on a man, but he should know how to hump. I mean, it's for JJ versus Boo Boo. I mean, whatever.
Like even Rue's face when it was his turn, he was like, "Oh."
They all was laughing. It was so funny. I was like, "Oh shit, this is a mess." RuPaul is a mess for doing that.
Right, very.
Yeah. So the groups after they bust top the pit crew. They get split into 3 groups. The first group is Deja Skye, Carrie, and Georges, and they have Tempest du jour. Oh, and the challenge this week is it's a PSA for Save a Queen. So it's like any PSA, like how we like save the kids or save the children. Well, basically the whole challenge is based on queens who went home first.
Yep, the pork chop queens.
Exactly, the pork chop queens. Last season, they gave them their little spotlight. They had a few. They had like that. So then this season, we had them. So it was a good little notice to see who came back. Now, the 3 queens they chose to highlight was Tempest du jour, James Manfield, and Kimora Hall
from the House of Hall.
What was your thought on the selection of those 3? There's been 13 seasons of the Drag Race. There have also been at least 6. There's been 6 seasons of All Stars. So, what were your thoughts? Do you think they could have maybe chose some different queens, or were you content with the queens that they chose?
Well, I wasn't mad at it because I liked Kimora Hall. I was so sad to see her leave because that one runway that she did was stunning. Yeah. I loved it, and she even had her little iconic moment with. And the fact that she still can't say I was rooting for you is crazy to me. But she had her whole little iconic moment. So I loved for that. And then I liked Tempest. I liked her when she came into season 7. I just always thought she was funny. Yeah. So I liked her. And then James Mansfield has made such a great name for herself outside of the show. Because when I watched her season, I wasn't into her. I'm just like, what is she doing here? Because you could tell she was just lost. Like if you go back to that season, she's a mess. But she has made such a great name for herself outside of the show. I feel like she was a pretty good choice to come back to.
Okay. I mean, it was cool, and I feel like this could be setting them up for an All Stars. I mean, you never know when you start to see
You never know.
back, they start to incorporate them more. You just never know. So hey,
yeah, because a lot of first out queens don't go on All Stars.
Yeah, they don't. That's true. So to go back to the groups, it was Deja Skye, Carrie, and Jiria Georges. They had Tempest du Jour. Maddie, Jasmine Kennedy, Orion, Willow Peel had James Manfield, and Diabetes, Lady Camden, and Bosco had Kimora Hall. And we will talk more about the actual challenge. I don't have a lot to say, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So we'll come back to that when we talk about the actual challenge, what they show. Let's get into these runways, honey, because I have some things to say. It's my favorite time to get into these looks and toot and boot. So we're going to start in the order that they went. And the category this week was spring. What was it? Spring something? What was the
Spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung. And I'm going to say spring did not spring for some of them.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Just like I may not be in spring, clearly some of them to get the memo either. But the difference is they're on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm talking about it.
Yes, and of course, the whole time I'm watching it, all I could think is florals for spring, groundbreaking. Like, everybody did florals, like, child. Well, let's get
and I don't know. Let's get into it. So we're gonna start over here with Miss Georges, and I'm just gonna say, I don't really like this. I'm gonna say I don't like this, and I don't like it because it's just kind of underwhelming. And I think her take on the spring was just the color. She looks gorgeous in the face, and her energy is great. But it wasn't anything. It wasn't appealing to me. What are your thoughts?
It was cute. It was definitely pretty. She looked stunning. However, it was something about it that was just a little underwhelming for me. Yeah. I don't know if it's like the cocktail dress silhouette, maybe.
You said what now?
I don't know if it's like maybe the cocktail dress silhouette. I don't know if that's what maybe throwing me off. Because I don't know. It's something about like super short dresses that just give me a little too casual for the runway.
Okay.
That could just be me in my mind, but I like the outfit itself. But I don't know if it didn't really give me what I wanted, if that makes sense.
I like the neck up. The rest of the outfit is just it gives, I mean, I know it's spring, but it's just like clearly some of them went for Easter, and this is definitely like hoochie Easter. This is like, I just left church and I'm gonna take this sleeve, cut this dress shorter and take this damn jacket off. And now I'm gonna go out on Easter Sunday. So personally, it was okay. I didn't hate it. I just didn't really like it. It was like, okay, I was underwhelmed, and I really have been by Georges a lot this season in terms of her runways. They've been okay. So, and
see, I think maybe it's her confidence that is like clouding my judgment because she rocks things so well. That even though I'm like, it's just okay.
The ugliest thing, she gonna walk out there and own it, and that's great. But realistically, I see past that now. It's just like this whatever black outfit with all this energy. It don't sell well to me. So, okay. Carrie Colby, and I know that she said last week they said for her to get messy, get ugly, and I think she definitely did that. It is awful. It is awful. I don't know. First of all, did you watch Untucked?
No.
Okay, so
I need to start watching.
Actually, a whole dress. It's that green. It's a whole like full dress that she put stuff on top of. And I think I don't know who it was in Untucked. I think it was Deja Skye. She was just like, well, somebody said it was the Deja Skye or Diabetes. They said that. When I first saw it, I thought it was going to be ugly. When I first saw this, the green dress, but you dressed it up nice. And I'm just like, this is awful. I don't like it. What's your thoughts?
I think I was just a little confused because Carrie is so stunning, so beautiful. So I understand how it's hard for her to like get ugly like they want her to. Like you can, but
But this wasn't the challenge to get ugly. It's spring, honey.
I was confused because even when she first came out, I was like, something about that little headpiece is giving like floral Mickey Mouse because it was like two little things right here like this.
Yeah.
I was confused.
Yeah.
I was confused.
I don't think she obviously clearly. I don't know if she came prepared with this look. I'm pretty sure she did. I don't think she went back to the hotel room and said, "Let me get ugly next week." This was a planned look, and that's another reason why I really don't like it. It's just like I don't know if she's a watermelon. I don't know if she's like flying butterflies.
Okay,
It's so many
and see,
things
that's
going
the
on.
thing.
I'm confused.
What is it?
I don't know what is it. Like she should have, even in her explanation, it gave nothing. I don't like it, and I really thought that she would have been like towards the bottom because of this. But I guess they liked her performance in the performance. I don't know, but yeah.
Like, do you watch the pit stop?
Yeah, I watch it. I do.
Now, did you see how on the pit stop they said she should have said she was like a fly trap plant or something? That would have made more sense.
And that's what I.
She said that.
That's what
maybe I would have liked it better.
You talking about the thing from Mario, right? Like Mario Kart and Mario, like the game Mario games, a little.
Yeah.
I get it.
Venus flytrap. That would have made more sense in my mind, and maybe I would have liked it better because it would have had a better story.
I don't really care what it is. It's ugly. It's very busy, and I can't get with it. So I'm gonna move on. All right. So Miss Angeria Paris Van Michaels. This really reminds if she has never looked like Jada Essence Hall, she looked like Jada Essence Hall because Jada actually had a look that was very similar.
I was about to say it looked
familiar like
coming down the
this. But of all her looks thus far, this was probably like the most underwhelming. It was okay. She did the assignment. She did some florals. She wore yellow. It was okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked it. The only thing, it was a little too ill-fitting in the bodice for me. Like the corset part should have been a little tighter. So I don't know if it was like just a zipper in the back or if it was actually like a lace up. Yeah. That was just the only thing I noticed. It was just slightly too big on her, but she looked beautiful.
She did.
But that would be my only critique. It was too big for sure.
Okay. All right. Deja Skye. I guess she was the Easter Bunny. I didn't really like this.
No.
I didn't really like this. I mean, I got it, but I didn't really like this, Deja. And for somebody that's a seamstress, this ain't really fitting the way. I don't know if she had an imaginated fit, but this ain't the fit. I don't really like it. I don't really like it. It's trying to be campy, but it's trying to be fashion, and it's not really landing for me. But
yeah, the pants. It's something about those pants. Like the pants, the crotch was a little too long, and I almost wish it had a different fit. Like maybe like a big bell bottom. Maybe that would have been cuter, so it's like tighter in the thigh and fit her and show her shape better.
Yeah,
because this is just all the pieces of it are just too big. Because it's like you got these big pants and you got the big puffy sleeve. It didn't do it for me.
No, I want to hear 40s, honey. Yeah. Sorry, Deja. Maddie Morphy. Now, let me say this. I absolutely love this.
I lived for this.
Actually, because last week, me and you just said that we felt like he is definitely, we can tell he's definitely a straight man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? His taste. And even in this, I still stand by that just because this is really nice, but it's so literal, but it's so nice. Like, I can't hate it. Because he did it like it's like a take on camp and it's glamorous. Like I actually really like this personally. I thought they would have gave him a little bit more critique. He was safe, I believe. So he didn't get a chance to get a critique, but I would have liked to see them praise this. Because this is probably his best look thus far.
I really think this was my favorite of the week. And I could be biased because one, my favorite weather is rain. I love the rain.
Yeah.
And two, it was the only person that did something spring that wasn't floral and pastels. Because, did you ever grow up with the saying, like, April showers bring May flowers?
Yeah. Yeah. I knew it. When I saw the rain, my mind went immediately to that saying. Like, I knew exactly what he was doing. It was cute. Like, it was very glamorous. Like, this is a nice look. And then, like, the cloud head, like, this was good. It was
like
good.
In my mind, if I was on the show and I was given spring runway, I would do something like this. Like I would go the rain route.
And I love it. And I like to see things that are done different but executed so well. And Maddie, honey, this before Maddie goes home. I don't think Maddie's gonna make it to the top, but before Maddie goes home, this is the best look that he will probably give, and I love it. So
Maddie did that this week. Shout out to Maddie Morpheus.
Shout out
I
to
love
Maddie.
this.
Jasmine Kennedy,
AKA Alyssa Edwards Jr. She gives me nothing but Alyssa Edwards.
I didn't like this too much. They said the guest judge said that she would wear it to perform in. I mean, I don't really like it. And I guess she said she made it herself. It gives Vegas showgirl. It doesn't really give me spring. I mean, it's basically a corset bodysuit situation. I'm surprised, and it's green. I'm surprised that Michelle didn't say anything based off of it. But she was in the bottom, right? Yeah, she was in the bottom. She was.
Yeah, I think so.
But she was. They liked her look. They didn't really like her performance. She should have been in the bottom because both were bad to me. But yeah, thoughts.
It's cute. It's not really giving me spring. It definitely does give showgirl vibes. Like all she needed was the big headpiece, and she's giving Vegas.
Right. I didn't look at it.
So it almost even gives me like pageants almost. I don't know. I don't know. I can't argue with anything pink and green, you know.
Well, right. So would you wear this?
It didn't get for the runway. I would wear this
for Founders Day.
I would wear that.
You wear this the whole time?
I live for a corset. I would wear that corset.
Okay.
It's cute to me.
Well, Jasmine, she likes it. I don't. All right. This was a hot ass mess. So you know what? Actually, I wouldn't even if there was a top boot. I would have gave it to what's her name? What's the child's name? Carrie. But Orion, this is awful. The only positive thing I can say about this is the body is nice. The silhouette and the body is nice, but the hair is terrible. The outfit itself, it's like she just threw feathers on. And this is Drag Race. This is where I started to look at Orion like, you know what? She just gives like cheap bimbo. She gives cheap bimbo. And she definitely validated it right here that she gives cheap bimbo drag. And and it's okay. But I don't like it.
You know what? I would wear this too. But I feel like on me, it would be different. But yeah, it was just a lot of like. Would you wear this on
Drag Race for a spring runway though?
No.
In context of the runway.
In context,
it is. No. Where is she going?
But also, I think there's just a lot of fine details that she's missing. Like the hair could have been fine had it been like cleaned up and like just combed better and like coiffed nicely. And she's still missing some dimension in her face. I don't know what it is. But also she comes onto the runway and she does walk like a cheap bimbo. Like I always notice her posture.
It's very like
slumped over. Like
it's slumped over.
It's straight.
It's just
like almost
that's
sleepy.
One thing.
Like
her make. Okay, so at first I would say she's beat the first like episode or two, but now she paints like a basic white lady. That's what she paints like not drag. Obviously, he is transforming himself into a drag queen, so that's extra. But when you think about the elevation of drag itself, that face is as dull. The makeup is. This whole thing is very blow up doll. I can't like it. It's blow up.
Like it's just always something missing. And I feel like also maybe the color, because she is so pale, there needs to be some more colors in there. Just like this pale pink, it's not doing her any favors.
And she clearly wanted to be a bunny. Clearly, everyone was like, "Let me be floral. Let me be a bunny," because it's spring, and this is a fail to me. So sorry, Orion. Will Appeal. This was very cute and very
loved
clever.
It.
It didn't surprise me because she's been doing great, but I this type of drag, like I will say, like it's elevated in my opinion. I feel like we wouldn't see this on the first season drag queen, you know?
Right.
And personally, I really like it. Like the dress itself was cute, but I like that she took the dress. The dress wasn't too much, but the house made it more, in my opinion. So I liked it. Yeah,
and again, I love a runway that's out of the box because this still screams spring. Like suburbia in springtime. You got your housewife with this beautiful silhouette.
Yep.
It gave spring without being literal flowers and an Easter bunny. And
Yep.
I think that's what made me like it so much. And she is painted
Yeah.
in that little house. Like she knows her face.
In the little house.
Okay. She's doing it for me. I love me some Willow Pill. She's definitely like my top contender at this point. She just gets it.
Daya Betty. Now, Daya Betty, this was interesting because she's like some little like what is it, like a little a gnome?
Like a pixie?
A gnome?
A fairy?
Fairy something. It's okay. The color is spring. I couldn't quite understand the rest of the outfit. Like, so I'm indifferent about it. It's not ugly. It's not great. It's just something. And Daya Betty, if you're watching the show and Untucked, she has the syndrome of the queen that feels like she should be higher. She feels like she should have been in the top. And I don't think she's
which in this outfit, no. And something about it is giving me fall. I don't know if it's like this orangey color.
I was
because
gonna say
it's not peach
borderline outside of spring, but you can't tell me.
The orange is not pastel enough. But I get where she was going with the butterflies. Like obviously she picked that color to match the color of monarch butterflies, but it seemed like the pieces weren't going together. Like the makeup was giving fairy, whereas the outfit was giving butterflies. I don't know. Again, I'm confused with this one a little bit.
And I'm tired of her looking like Crystal Method. I see that but Crystal Method with her, and it's just like I can't really get into her because all I see is Crystal Method.
Yeah, I like it, but it's just I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Meh.
yeah.
Lady Camden, I liked it. I like the look. I like the whole campiness with the hat. It wasn't like mind blowing, but I knew that she would be a top with this because it was different. It's I get it. Tea spring. I get the take on it. But it was okay. I didn't hate it. It was okay.
It didn't give for me until she did the hat.
Yeah.
Like with the tea spilling out, it didn't give for me until that moment. Because to me, I was like, okay, what does tea got to do with springtime? Like, because I feel like you can have a tea party any time of the year. I don't know if that's like a spring thing.
Well, I have tea every day, so I don't.
Exactly. That's why I'm like.
Well, I'm guessing I'm like I have tea every day, Chaz. So maybe.
Right. That's why I was like, for me, it didn't really fit the runway. Like I like the outfit, but in the context of the runway, it didn't do it for me. But I lived for the hat.
Yeah,
I love a cute little subtle reveal that still like makes an impact. She was cute.
Okay, and then the last person was Bosco, and so I knew that Bosco would win based off of this. However,
I didn't.
My critique is more for the first look. I felt like it was kind of like blah because she basically, I like the transition of from cloudy to sunshine, but when you have what's his name, when you have Maddie up there, it kind of makes her look like a virgin. But I did like this. I just wish the first look was a little bit more than just some tulle. You know what I'm saying? Because it looks like, who was that from season 10 or season 10 finale? I think it was when they all had reveals. Remember they all had reveals?
Oh, yes. Because that was after the Rose reveal of season 9.
Right. Everybody had a reveal. That was she looked like. You're reeking them up there. But but I thought she did. I it was nice. It was nice to see a reveal and for it to make sense too, especially in a runway like this. So I was okay with her winning. I thought that it would have been Lady Camden based off of the praise, but Bosco, I did like this look. I like the yellow. I wish the dress was but I think the what got them was the reveal and the concept was what
for sure. Because I wasn't into it until she did the reveal. Like I personally didn't get it. I'm like, maybe I'm slow. Because like to me, that gray thing, the gray one looks like one of those shower poofs, like the little mesh shower thing. That's what I was like, what is this?
A loofah.
Yes, a shower loofah. That's what it looked like to me. Because it is so funny. I currently have a gray one in my shower. That's why I was like, what is this?
You got Bosco in your shower, child.
But so then when it came out and then they like kind of explained like cloudy going to a sunny day, I was like, oh, okay. It's cute. It's still not my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fine.
Okay. Well, I think we both can agree that Maddie was probably our personal favorites for the week.
Yes.
I
I loved
it. I don't know if you don't like it. I don't know why.
A lot of people did, surprisingly.
I really wish somebody else would have did it though, because his energy in that is kind of he a little blah. He a little
like
blah
somber.
He a little blah on the runway. You know what I'm saying? The clothes kind of wear him, but it was nice. It was the runway, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad it wasn't nobody like Georgia, because if that was Georgia's in that damn rain, honey, it would have been thunderstorming down the runway because she'd been moving. She was moving and
But maybe that's what Maddie needs to do, like move that fringe, do something.
Just a little bit more. She could have did a little more.
And again,
she's very like
she's a straight man. She doesn't get animated in the way that she needs to.
She walked the same way she did last week when she had on that J-Lo white outfit, just like a. Okay. So that was the runways, and the actual challenge itself. I don't have too many thoughts about the challenge because honestly, I didn't really like the challenge. I got it what they were going for, but I didn't really like the challenge, so I really didn't get too involved. I thought that the queens that were the returning queens, or the queens that went home first, I thought they were like a highlight. But and jury was kind of funny. For the most part, like everybody that they because I just don't really have anything about the challenge. I really didn't like it. I watched it.
I watched it, and it's same. I really don't have any thoughts about it. Like the challenge was fine. I feel like pretty much everybody did fine. There were a couple of funny moments here and there, and that's really the only thing that stand out. And most of those funny moments came from Angeria and her little one-liners. Like even at the end when she was like, "What's that whole name again?" Like that was funny.
Yeah.
But everything else.
Angeria, I think Willow had some moments too. Willow had some moments. Who else? Who were the tops? Lady Camp. So the tops, let's talk about what they scored at. So it was let me see. It was Lady Camden, Bosco, and Angeria as a top, I believe, right? And then what's the other child?
Georgia's at the bottom.
Georgia's, Jasmine Kennedy, and Orion's Story. Orion's Story was very boring, very blah, just like the personality, just like that runway he had on this tab. So that was fine too. Georgia's, I like Georgia's, but Georgia's does not deliver in these challenges. And I feel like it's because of these challenges where she has to speak. I think she has a lot of enthusiasm, but in terms of translating, trying to be funny and trying to be personable or trying to do anything with the camera, I don't think that she has it just yet.
Yeah, because she's like settling on being like the pretty girl. So she can't, kind of like the same critique with Carrie, like you're so busy trying to be pretty, like you need to get silly, but Carrie can do that, whereas I feel like Georgia is like just doesn't have that humor.
Yeah.
And that's where she struggled.
Yeah. So we didn't talk about, just really briefly, the runways that the returning queens had.
Gotta talk about
looked fucking good. That color.
Mora.
Well, she had a good. She went home first episode, but her runway was everything. Let's just be clear. You remember her, because that was a season. Her season last year had the fashion shows, and she ate those too. So she's clearly a runway girl.
Very.
James Mansfield and Tempest de Jour, they just look all right. I don't know what category they were in. Because
I feel like maybe if Kimora wasn't with them, maybe in my mind it would look better, but Kimora just blew them out of the water.
She did. The other two, when to talk about, I was just like, okay, girl. So the winner of the challenge was Bosco. It was close between Lady Camden. I thought that it would have been Lady Camden based off the critiques, but I was okay with Bosco, and I was happy that Bosco won. I think she deserves a win, and I'm not sure if she's gonna get another one, just because I don't know. We had Angeria and Willow dominating, and I'm sure they're gonna probably have a moment too. So I'm glad Bosco got the win. I think she'll probably get another one too, because she's pretty consistent. And Lady Camden, I want to see her win 1 and 2. I do. I really like Lady Camden's personality. I like her drag. I think she is a cute girl. I really do. So then the bottom ends up being Georges and Orion. Did you see that coming? Did you think it's gonna be them?
For sure, because you could see Georges struggling during the challenge. Definitely.
She knew it. Even Untucked, she was like, Jasmine Kennedy, you safe, and I'm gonna be in the bottom with Orion. They knew that Orion was gonna be in the bottom.
Oh yeah, because Orion, I really didn't see going that much further in the competition, unfortunately. So that was no surprise. I knew it was coming.
Made much further than I thought. So this lip sync, I forgot what's I forgot the name of the song, but it's like a version of that la 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 la. The singer who performs the song, Ava Max, her name, was there.
Yeah.
And the lip sync was cool. I knew that Georgia was gonna kill Orion just because Georgia's the energy. But one thing about Orion, she lip syncs so it's weird. I don't know. You when you watch her, like it's almost like I'm watching a white person that has been around black people and they're doing what they think they should be doing. Like I noticed it in the first lip sync that she did when she was against what's that child's name? June Jambalaya, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, but she was just like, it was weird. It was like somebody trying to be hip hop, even on this song. And the first song, I could see her kind of doing it just because of the song.
It was Lizzo.
It was Lizzo, but this one was like, no.
But with this song,
she's weird. I didn't really care for that, to see that. And she also took her damn shoes off. And you know that is.
And for what though?
She's kind of a hood person. She's hood. I don't know. She gives me like just little trailer park child, and bless her and her mom. And I love the story that she has. That is like a really iconic story, and I really feel for him. Like he's doing drag for his mom. He wishes his mom could see it, but as a drag queen, she's a little rusty, honey. She's a little rusty. And she needs a few more years. I think maybe this show will help elevate her because her personal style of drag and what we see on the show, I'm not really here for it. Lip syncing, I'm not really here for it. I'm glad that
it was her time.
It was her time. And so that's what I put in here. I said Orion lips is like a hood girl mannerisms too.
Yikes. Well.
And that's just weird for me to say that and see that.
I don't know, child. I don't know.
It's like she's gonna be like, that's what she gives. It's just weird.
Like, what is that?
By Orion, she opens her chocolate and it's just chocolate.
It's chocolate.
So goes home, and I mean, I was still surprised. I was waiting on RuPaul to say, okay, Orion, you can stay because Cornbread left, but no, honey, she was gone. So we're down to 10 queens, and I'm excited.
Now, question: if it wasn't Orion in the bottom, and it was somebody else, do you think RuPaul would have let them stay?
Oh,
because I really think.
I think so, and I think he's gonna bring somebody back.
Because we still don't know who has the chocolate. Because they did say Cornbread opened her chocolate, and hers was just chocolate.
Cornbread did open her chocolate. Her chocolate was just chocolate. Who you think got the chocolate? We should ask. Who you think got the chocolate?
Now I think production's gonna do something with some chocolate. I really feel like the chocolates that they pick.
Let's guess. Who do you think has the chocolate?
I'm gonna guess, if I'm thinking from a production standpoint, and if they were in the bottom and they're gonna get saved, it would be Willow or Angeria that has the chocolate.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who has the chocolate. I'm hoping that it's Angeria because I feel like she's gonna definitely have a bad week. I mean, every queen typically has a bad week, an off week, In this one, she kind of was in her head, So
yeah.
But she pushed through. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go with my favorites. I'm gonna go with like Lady Camden or Bosco. I feel like
those are some good choices too.
I feel like one of them two is gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? It's either gonna be somebody that they really want to win, or somebody that may have done well and maybe they don't win. Rue loves a redemption, and that chocolate is nothing but a redemption wrapped up with some chocolate paper. So
exactly.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm just thinking. Like in my production mind, it's definitely gonna be somebody that they want to see more from, and then she's gonna have a bad day. Right. That's definitely what I think is gonna happen.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we have covered everything in the episode. The episode was cool. Untucked was all right. I'm kind of getting tired of Deja Skye. She has a lot of opinions. You know, she's kind of like, you remember how Evie was when she was like, in terms of like she's critiquing a lot of people, and it was one moment like so funny where what's she say? Deja said something to Angeria, and she was like, "Ha, I'm just playing." And Angeria said, "Ha ha ha." And it looks like there's an intense moment next week based off the preview. Deja was like, "If you yell at me again, I'm gonna whoop your ass," or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, it was in the preview. Deja, I don't really like her. Her personality is just very sucking up all the energy in the room, and just watching Untucked, it seems like you would think that she has a rite of passage to critique others, and I hate to see queens critique others on the show when they're on the show, because it's like
y'all all in the same position.
Y'all in the same position, and usually you're not doing that great. And Deja, you were in the bottom at the beginning. Let's not forget, honey. And you have not been in the top. You've been close to the bottom, I think, again. Or was she in the bottom last week? No, she wasn't. She ain't been great. Okay, so
yeah,
hush it up, Deja. Let it go. And Diabetes has been very delusional. She has delusional queen syndrome. She feels like she should be higher. She wants to hear critiques. She's been safe. She has Jan syndrome / what's the one that said, what's her name? I'm giving you looks every single week. What was her name? It was season.
What season?
Season 12.
12. Okay, so that was Jada.
New York, season. The one that was Miss Entertainment of the Year. What's her name?
Not Sherry Pie. Entertainer of the Year.
Not her. Yeah, her. The other one.
Shoot.
That's who Diabetes acts like in Untucked. So it's annoying to see that. She's very delusional.
That's driving me. Entertainer.
What's her name?
Nina West.
No, that's season 11.
Oh shoot, it sure was.
Britta. That's her name, Britta.
Britta. Yes.
It's Britta.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to catch up on Untucked there because I haven't been watching it.
Yeah, it hasn't been like dramatic. It's just been like a lot of little things. She just is very opinionated. She just.
And I don't like that. Like,
not Diabetes.
Talk about anybody.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't like all that.
Yeah, it's like, girl, we are here. We're all probably stressed out, whether we've been the top, bottom. Just be quiet. But I mean, it's a show. I get it. But you got to be careful because Untucked can make you look. They will edit you to look that way, and you will be cancel boost. You'll be spending your next few years trying to get on All Stars to clean your image up, honey. So be careful. Yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna lean out. Thank y'all for watching, whether you are new to the channel or coming back. It's a good episode. We got episode 6 this week, I believe. Is it 6? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, this episode we did. Right, I'm watching though, but we did a little later. And this week, child, you gonna watch the show live this Friday?
I am. I will be there.
I'm gonna go too because I'm in town this weekend, and then we can based off available, we can do the show on Saturday, whatever. So yeah, me and Maya are gonna watch the episode live at Mickey's this weekend. So if you're there, say hi. Put your mask on. If not, we'll see y'all next time. We will do episode 6. It's getting good. I'm ready to see who's going home. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget, we are our live shows. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of New Jersey, and Real Housewives of Miami are Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Yes. This show is not live, and also Ladies Who List Atlanta. Just check out the channel, check out what's going on, and get ready to order some of these mugs, honey, to sip some.
Yes, get that merch.
Okay. All right, thank you, Ma. You have a good Tuesday, and y'all have a good Tuesday too. Good night, y'all.